What's up YouTube, Concrete Gains here. I got some new videos coming out that are about the recipes that I've been promising y'all. And we're gonna start off this time with the vegan mac and cheese. So I have all my ingredients laid out here. So we're gonna get into this and I'm gonna show you probably the best vegan mac and cheese I've ever had, and hopefully it's the best you've ever had too. So, to start off, our noodles, very basic, simple. We're gonna be using chickpea pasta. This is the best brand of chickpea pasta by far, Banza. It's got tons of protein and it doesn't taste gritty or grainy like some of the other grain-free pastas. So definitely recommend that. We have potatoes and carrots as our base, which we're gonna cook and make them nice and soft. And then we have nutritional yeast and cashews, and then some other spices like lemon juice. We have some onion powder, red pepper flakes are optional if you want to make it get a nice kick to it. A little bit of apple cider vinegar, some mustard powder, and of course the blender to make the sauce nice and creamy. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the potatoes and carrots and lemon and cook everything down, and we'll get into this. All right, so I have my potatoes and carrots I'm starting to prepare here. I have some water on boil that's getting ready, and I'm gonna take you through the ingredients so we know step by step what to do. I have about 2 small potatoes here, and that's gonna equal about 1 cup of potatoes after they're cooked that we're gonna use, and then 2 medium-sized carrots chopped up, and that's gonna be a cup of carrots after they're cooked. We have 1/2 onion. We have nutritional yeast. We're gonna use 3/4 of a cup of that. We're gonna use the juice of 1 lemon. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. We're gonna do about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Optional red pepper flakes, but up to a tablespoon of that. A teaspoon of mustard powder. And then we're gonna do a full cup of raw cashews. Unsalted raw is the best way to go. Don't get them cooked or roasted. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add these to the water so they can get started cooking. All right, so the potatoes and carrots have been cooking for about over 10 minutes, and they're getting pretty soft, and that's all you really want, is just for them to be soft enough to be blended up really well. And I got my onion chopped, I got my lemon that I'm gonna squeeze, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my noodles on so they can be cooking. Okay, so everything is cooked. We can finally start adding everything to our blender to get our cheese sauce rolling. So I'm gonna take my cup measure and just measure out approximately 2 cups worth of the potatoes and carrots. Put that in. In this case, it's a tiny bit more. So I'll just finish this off. And that's okay if you add a little bit more to it, because this is going to make one big batch, which depending on how heavy you are with your cheese sauce on your macaroni, can be like 3 or 4 or 5 servings up to. So next, we're gonna do the nooch. And we're doing 3/4 cups of that. Okay, take my 1/2 onion, chopped raw, add that in there. I'm going to add a little bit of red pepper. About 1/2 teaspoon there or so. I'm gonna do onion powder. Next is apple cider vinegar. So I said 2 tablespoons. If you want more of that kind of cheesy bite kick to it, then you might want to do 3 or 4. So it's kind of up to your taste. And once you do a first initial round of blending, then you taste test it, and then you can tweak it depending on what you like and what you don't like. I already squeezed my lemon. So that's the juice of 1 lemon. And then the mustard powder. I'm gonna do about a teaspoon of that. And then of course, always salt and pepper. And this is something, again, it's up to your personal preference of how much salt and that pepper that you want to add to it. And last but not least, the most important ingredient is the cashews. So we're gonna do a full cup of those. And then this is all dry ingredients, so we're gonna have to add water to it. And that's another thing that is slightly optional depending on how thick or how thin you want your cheese sauce. So I'm gonna add enough water, about a cup worth, to see if that is making it thick enough. If not, then I'll just keep on incrementally adding it while I'm mixing and blending it to see the thickness. All right, do our first round of blending. Okay, so first round of blending is over. I ended up adding about 2.5 to 3 cups of water to get it to pretty moist consistency. And it is gonna thicken up a little bit with the cashews and the potatoes and carrots kind of congealing just slightly when they cool down a little bit. So however thin you get it in the blender, it is gonna thicken up just a hair later on. So just keep that in mind. In this case, I want a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar kick to it. So I'm gonna add in a couple more tablespoons. And if you don't want to add that, you could add in another half lemon to give it some more kick. All right, so into the second round of blending, I'm going to taste test it one more time and see if it's a good point. That is pretty close to perfection. It has that kind of cheesy bite to it with the creaminess to add to it. And it doesn't have any kind of processed vegan cheese product in it. Packed full of protein, all whole food ingredients, really healthy, and the taste to match. So we're gonna check on our pasta and see if that's done. All right, pasta's all cooked, cheese sauce is all prepped. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare. And 1 box of this pasta has about 4 servings in it. And I'm making about 2 of those servings right now. So that's like 25 grams of protein with this pasta, and then with the cheese sauce, that's probably an extra 10 grams if you do a hefty drizzle on your pasta. So we're looking at about 35 grams of protein for a bowl of healthy, whole food, vegan mac and cheese that tastes amazing. All right, let's see if we can get some of that beautiful cheese drizzle footage for y'all. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and be looking out for some new videos in the future with these recipes. Bless you guys so much. Have a great day.